down to it and shoot for the sky.
Hello and welcome to the Ring Post Daily Podcast. You're listening to myself, Jesse Henrik, the undisputed RPD Prophecy Champion, and Ring General, which makes me the undisputed World Champion of RPD. Joey Hudson, Austin Cochran, Mr. Tyreek Ramsey, Eddie Wade, and
future Ring Post Daily
our
champ.
special guest, Repik from TSW, the Rock and Roll Champion, the top guy of TSW. How are you doing today, sir?
I'm doing pretty good. How about you all?
Doing wonderful. I'm fighting for my life right now against these assholes.
Outside the
I
family
feel that,
drama,
I feel
I'm
that,
doing
especially
good.
Eddie Wade and Joey.
Yeah, kicked me in the face last month.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Get my way again. You'll see what else happens.
Ooh.
Hey, I was just trying to help.
That sounds like a title shot in the making, Eddie. That sounds like an opportunity, not a threat.
See, Eddie's not a good guy, but when he tries to do nice things, that's what he gets.
All right. Well, Austin, why don't you start us off here with Mr. Repik?
I'd be glad to. Repik, so my first question I've got for you tonight. First of all, I want to say that that championship, man, it looks nice. What has
I
been
appreciate it. Thank you.
Of course, yes, sir. What does being a champion mean to you?
Well, when I said about a year ago that when Repik is back and he's back with a vengeance and put everybody on notice that I am a force to be reckoned with, I wasn't lying. And this just goes to show and proves that I'll do whatever it takes to get to the top.
Hell yeah.
Love that.
Yeah, I have messages with me and Mike Murphy from like a year and a half ago, and I'm like, man, when is that belt gonna go over on Repik? Because he's what can put this company forward. I'm very proud to have said that long before it came to fruition.
Are you trying to say you
I
manifested
appreciate
this,
you all put
Jesse?
the confidence into me about that, man. Whew.
You, dude, Ty, you said it right there. Manifesting. I manifested my gold. I manifested gold for Repik. It's what I do.
Oh, shut the hell up, like.
It's like I told Eddie at the last Supercard. I am the opportunity.
You are born. One thing I think is cool about you, Repik, and I don't know if anyone here on the show other than Eddie knows about it, but we did a show for a young boy with a few health problems, and I hate that I forgot his name.
Battle for Carson, 1 and 2.
Carson, yeah. I want to say Connor over and over again, but it's Carson. One thing I thought was cool though is I heard from someone in TSW that the doctors or whatever asked him who his favorite wrestler was, and he said Repik was his favorite guy. And
That's a flex.
And he said what do you say? That's a flex.
That's a flex. That's
Yeah.
a big flex.
But
Being somebody's favorite wrestler is a flex.
Yeah.
But I guess make it like a side question. I guess make it a side question. But how did that feel to you, man, to hear that?
It's really awesome. It truly is, especially growing up. Telling people that, hey, I grew up watching you. You're my favorite wrestler as a kid. It just, for a kid to look up to me to say, hey, you're my favorite wrestler. Hey, I must be doing something right. I just go out there and give it my all. And wrestling's what I love. Wrestling's what I do. And I hope the little buddy gets better.
It's funny how people they become fans of different wrestlers, because I can pinpoint to the exact moment that P.D. Williams, for instance, became a wrestler that I really respected and became a fan of. And it's the first time I saw him hit a Canadian Destroyer. And I was like, dude, that's a guy. That is a guy that I want to watch and I want to learn more about. And it happened the same with you. I don't remember what exact town it was, but there was a show early on in our kind of career between RPD and TSW working together where you guys did. It was almost like a night show in like in front of this town. It was like a town hall or something. But like you had the street lights coming down. It might have been Barberville, yeah.
The square. That's
It
what
was
it's
Yeah.
downtown Barberville. Right from the
Yeah,
corner.
there it is.
I remember
Anyways,
that.
I was editing a video for that, and I ended up seeing you hit this moonsault. I think it was off of a cage or something. Or it might have been just off the top rope. I don't remember exactly. But it was watching you perform that moonsault. I'm like, damn, that's another Petey Williams moment. So that's like when I really started to believe. I'm like, damn, this guy's good.
I've been on the wrong end of that
I tried.
moonsault once or twice. It sucks.
Repik has it to a T. No, but like, I've seen them sites where like you can make wrestling figures, and it's so. I was like, man, when I found out that kid's favorite wrestler was you, I was like, I think we should all like everyone in TSW should go in on making a Repik action figure and giving it to that kid because I think that would just make his day. Like, I
That would
really
be
think
awesome.
he'd like that.
Hey, we need to at least make 2 of them. I'd like to have a prototype myself.
It's just, I can see it now, like, or you have him as Repik, and then you have him in that suit, like I was talking about earlier, the Chase figure.
Oh yeah.
All right.
So, moving on with my next.
Accessories with a little straight
Do what?
jacket. Accessories with a little straight jacket.
A little vape. But no, that was. I just had to ask that as a bonus question because, like, I've always wondered what you thought of that kid looking up to you, like how he does. I mean, that's got to mean like a lot to
I
you.
appreciate that. It really does. It means a lot to me, and I mean, I get that here at my own private life too, with my own kids.
Makes you feel like you're doing
they
something
just-
right, don't it?
I must be doing something right.
Dude, I do not envy you. I mean, I see you and you got those twins, man. I'm like, damn. I have Irish triplets, so they were like bam, bam, bam. But like, I can't imagine having two at the same age.
Yeah, Jesse's kids was drinking beers at like
Hey,
3 years
all
old.
all credit there goes to my wife. I'm sorry. I can't take no credit for that. That all goes to my wife.
So she's
Oh,
the real world champion then in your life.
She is. She's the one that deserves the championship.
Miss Repik. So, I guess my real first question on the show tonight is, with the history that's happened between you and Black Star, what do you think you'll ever see a reunion run with him?
I don't know. It depends if he can get out of Austin Michaels' pocket or not. And looks over to the bright side again because I've only seen him like once or twice since he smashed my face into a cage.
Dude,
All because Austin Michaels' deep pockets.
that was so heartbreaking. Like, you guys were the total like antithesis of the Brotherhood, and then he just that Black Star turned into the Black Heart, and he just turned on you, man.
Because the way I had it originally was like, what goes through your mind when Blackheart turned on you? Like, how do you process that? Like, that's how I originally wanted to ask it. Like, how do you process that turn on you?
How do I process it? Well, I'll process it when he's standing across the ring from me and the bell rings. Until then, I'm going to do whatever it takes to either A, get to the championship, or B, keep the championship.
Like, what went through your mind at that moment? You guys are out there, like, 1 month teaming, being champions. You lose the titles, and then before you know it, like, he just turns on you, like, just like that quick. Before you could even, like, hit the curtain, hit the showers, like, what was going through your mind?
The cage?
I mean,
Like, I mean, that's a pretty damn good answer.
and the sad part is you guys just had gotten
He's
your
proud of that
name.
kid. Look at that.
You guys had just gotten your name. You became Death Star. Like when a tag team gets their name, that's when they stop being just two guys that were thrown together. That's when you got real chemistry, and it's all for nothing. All because of, like you said, those deep pockets of Austin Michaels.
No good, no way it comes about.
All right.
He was proud of that answer. The cage, you can see the look on his face, dude. He was proud of that.
He's a dad. He understands dad jokes.
Well, kind of keeping on this topic with not only him turning on you, but losing the tag team champions in the first place, and then going on to winning the Rock and Roll champion. What motivated you to stay, to just keep going instead of to hang up the hat or put the boots in the ring, so to say, after that? Because most people, that'd be a lot for them to keep going from.
Well, if I tucked my tail and went home, I wouldn't have got to kick you in the face.
Yeah, that's true.
A favorite pastime of Repik's.
Insult to injury right there. Pouring salt in Eddie Wade's wound.
It's just in my blood, in my bones. It's just, I have to keep going. I have to pursue something. I have something to prove. Like, yes, I still have the mindset. I still want to go the distance, and I'm still here to prove that I am like I said earlier, a force to be reckoned with, and I will do whatever it takes to get to the top and stay at the top.
So with that mentality, it's pretty safe to assume you see yourself coming out of Love Hurts as the champion still.
With much respect, Fiji is a beast who I respect, and he's up there with my top 5. And that is why I respectfully shook his hand at the end of the match after I got the 1, 2, 3 pinfall, and I was confirming to him that he is the first challenger to get to the Rock and Roll Heavyweight Championship.
That's probably.
And I will have a special surprise for Fiji as well, like he had one for me.
Ooh.
You know why he
But that's for later.
You know why he listed Fiji in the top 5? Because Eddie Wade is that top 1.
Can't argue with that.
I believe it. What if Eddie's the one to take that title off you? Ooh. Plant some seeds there.
I could see a match.
Oh yeah.
There could be a match, but he's gonna have to work.
You know, I don't like that look. I don't like that look, Eddie. That smile on his face is too deviant.
All right.
He's like, more.
So speaking of title matches, Repik, what about this feud with Blackheart? Now that he's turned on you, where do you see it going, and how do you want to like of course, you know, it's inevitable to happen. You still plan on being champion, but where do you see that feud taking place down the road? And also kind of a follow up, what about having a reunion and having tag team gold again? You it might be on him, but how do you see that playing out?
If we ever cross that threshold, I'm sure there may be something, but I still owe Black Star something from the cage marks on my forehead. But again, like he can get out of Austin Michaels' deep pockets. We'll see. But I still got to seek retribution for what he done to me.
It's good as answer as any.
I know it's not my turn, but like as Tyreek was asking, it makes me wonder.
Then shut up.
We can never get him to shut up.
Hold on, I have to wonder something though. Prior to you getting backstabbed by him, were backstage conversations and anything? Did you see it coming? Like at any point in time, did you think like something ain't right here. He ain't acting himself today. Like, did you even think before him turning on you it was gonna happen in any way? Like, I just want to, because I'm curious how it works backstage. We saw how it worked in the ring, but backstage, did you even think that that was gonna happen?
Honestly, no. It was just a normal backstage. We got there to the show. Um, I was there before he was a little bit, I think, and I was working out. He showed up, and then he started working out with me. Everything seemed cool. Everything seemed fine, and then uh, I just seen Austin Michaels come out later on during the match, and that's when things got a little short, so to speak.
The master manipulator, Austin.
But
Because it really does show you like the psychology behind all of it. Like, you meet up with the guy at the show, things seem to be going normal. This just shows that Black Star had all this premeditated. He knew he was going to turn on you. He knew that what he made that decision that at some point during that day or week or whatever. And it just shows like, man, he really played, like, not playing you as a fool, but he really made you believe like, hey, everything's fine, everything's as usual. And then before you know it, like, that happens. Like, I mean, kind of like that narcissist in his brain came in at that time.
Remember when Joey said that it wasn't his turn?
everything could have been fine. Everything could have been fine. But Austin Michaels could have got him right before we went out. Who
That
knows?
is true. Like, who knows?
Only he knows.
Oh, I feel for you, man.
I gotta ask before Austin continues here. Obviously you are the top guy of TSW. You are the top champion. So I have to ask, who is like the person you point to and say that guy is the greatest, world champion or heavyweight champion or whatever? Who do you point to and say they are the greatest top guy of all time?
In just TSW or total?
Anywhere. Who's your inspiration for being a top guy of a promotion? Whether that's as a champion, whether that's a champion or just that person in general.
Oh man, there's several people actually. Some I've met, some I've never met at all. Some I'll never ever get to meet. But just watching it as a kid growing up, I mean, look at me. I mean, Jeff Hardy's an inspiration.
Of course.
Matt Hardy's an inspiration. Yeah, of course. Rob Van Dam, Sabu. The list can go on and on. I mean, I like the powerhouses too. Triple H, Batista, the legendary Bruno Sammartino. I mean, I can go back to the greats. Luthez, Adrian Adonis,
The Hurricane.
just the Hurricane.
What's up with that?
Dude,
You do kind of resemble him.
he did.
Dude, I was gonna say you should do that for Halloween.
I mean, he did beat The Rock.
Oh, he did. I forget that ever happened. God dang.
But there's no like definitive person you can point to.
Oh man,
We ask the hard questions here.
one's kind of
You know this. This ain't your first
These are
rodeo.
the hard questions. I mean, Eddie, one of the legendary greats is who I'll never ever get to meet, Eddie Guerrero. I mean, of course, you all seen the frog splash that I do because of him.
That's cool.
And it's just the very frog splash that I won the championship with. I frog splashed Fiji through 2 chairs to get this championship. Sure did. And just Eddie Guerrero is one of the major greats.
One of my favorite things about Eddie that no one really talks about nowadays was I loved when him and Rob Van Dam were like feuding over that frog splash, like who could do it better. Like at that point in time, you never heard of wrestlers who had similar moves fighting over a finisher, and yet they were going out there making a whole feud about like, no, I do the frog splash better, no, I do it better. Like, I enjoyed that because they were just frog splashing the crap out of people just to say like, well, mine looks different, mine's better, I'm the original.
And
He does do the best frog splash.
That's friendly competition. We call that friendly competition.
Joey, do you ever shut up?
We are we're doing an interview, therefore I am supposed to talk.
No, our guest is supposed to talk.
He, without questions, he gives no answers. Come on now.
Austin, as always, save us from Joey.
Gladly, guys. So, Repik, I know we touched a little bit just then about some of your inspirations and wrestlers you looked up to, and a little bit of your takeaways from them. But what are some of your other favorites, and what things have kind of influenced you as a wrestler? Like as far as your style and other things that you've taken and kind of put into your own personality. Could you elaborate on that?
Oh man, I just. Again, watching these guys, me and a group of kids who was brave enough to let us beat the piss out of one another early in middle school days. We would just watch wrestling the early 2000s eras, post 2010s maybe.
Mm-hmm.
And we'll go out in the yard and just beat the piss out of one another. We again, like you said a while ago, we looked up to several of the greats. Some that's no longer around, some that's still with us. We also grew up watching a lot of Kevin Owens back when he was Kevin Steen in ROH. Tyler Black,
Nice.
known now as Seth Rollins.
Yeah.
El Generico, now Sami Zayn. We
We
watched all those guys.
What do you mean now, Sami Zayn? Those are two
The
different
phenomenal
people.
AJ Styles.
Then still AJ Styles.
El Generico and Sami Zayn are just good friends. Like I don't think they're related at all.
Oh my god. Yeah, and I'm convinced that Kane and Demon Kane are two different people.
They are.
Yeah.
Oh, shut up.
There was
Along with
literally two
Corporate Kane,
Kanes in the
Mayor
ring at the
Kane.
same time. How can you say they weren't different people?
There was also two Undertakers at one point.
Mhm.
There was also two Diesels at one point.
See?
I was about to say that. There's
Two
multiple
cars.
diesels as well.
two razors, two doinks, two takers, two
Raising them all.
canes.
That's why it's funny that Kane, for the longest time, he held the record for most appearances in a Rumble. But it was actually one appearance longer than what he actually had, or like they listed him as, because he had an appearance as Fake Diesel.
I think he also had one as Isaac Yankem.
The dentist.
I don't think he did.
If not, he
I
might
think
have
he
wrestled
did.
Brett at the
He
event.
might
I
have.
think he did.
I think one of those matches back in the day, he entered as
Maybe.
the evil dentist.
I don't
See,
know.
that's why I wish-
we haven't done the reviews in like 2 years, so my knowledge isn't there anymore.
That's why I wish I had a twin brother that looked like me. Because like anytime I just was too busy, I
Joey,
go, bro,
I
go do
already
the episode
have-
for me.
Dude, I already have your family bitching at me on Facebook. I don't need more of you.
Hey, that just shows you, man. Like you come at me, you're getting the family tree. But
No, what you did is you brought me another mind to mold in my image
I didn't
as
do
a
that.
father figure.
I didn't even do that. Okay, but you better watch what you say to me because before you know it, your own kids are gonna come to you one day and be like, "Dad, quit picking on that Joe guy. He's actually pretty cool," and that's just gonna blow your top. It's gonna
That's never
make you
gonna
mad.
happen. Never.
I'm gonna win his kids over.
All right. Keep us going. Joey, ask your damn question.
So my question is, as a wrestling fan, have you ever been to any WWE or AEW wrestling events? And if so, what is like the most memorable event that you've been to and why?
I've been to. I have never been to an AEW one yet. I've been to some WWE events and TNA, early TNA events.
Ooh, those
You
are
say you
good
ain't
ones.
been.
Most memorable one.
You said you ain't been to AEW.
No, he hasn't.
Not yet, no.
Oh, I was
Not
gonna
yet.
say if you showed up, you'd probably be like the only one there for all empty arena wrestling. Oh, I went to AEW.
I'm
There's 7 of
neutral
us
when it
there.
comes to all wrestling. I'm
Yeah.
promote what you love instead of bashing what you hate.
Exactly.
We all love wrestling. That's why we're here.
Tribalism is stupid.
Shut up. I like AEW just as I may like WWE more, but still, that's beside the point. Don't make me mark out right now. But I have been to some TNA, and I've also been to some WWE. The most memorable one for me would probably be the last Monday Night Raw that I went to. I actually still have my tickets hanging up over here on the wall. My uncle got me in on that one, and I took my wife and my dad just because me and my dad always talked about it as a kid, and I always wanted. And my wife, she never experienced one before, and I wanted to take her, let her experience it as well. It was great. It was awesome. It was just mind blowing, very very memorable.
Is the Undead Bride a wrestling fan?
She was not when when we first met. No, this is a different world. This is a brand new world for her.
Okay. I was about to say
it's very interesting. So
the guys who have the girlfriends and the wives that are fans, man, they have it so much easier than us people who either have wives that don't care or absolutely despise wrestling. Like my wife, she borderline despises wrestling mostly because of me. But it's a struggle, man.
See, that's funny because like your girlfriend hates it, and now you're doing a podcast and stuff. It's like she like the thing is like it was in your life. She was in your life before the podcast. The girl I'm involved with now, she's like, yeah, but you got a podcast to do. I'm like, you knew this about me when you talked to me. You knew about this when you met me. You're like, hey, hon, I know you hate wrestling and all, but I'm gonna start a podcast.
Wait a minute. Wait.
Every week.
I feel like you buried the lead here. We said this a couple weeks ago. I must say it again. Joey's getting
oh my
laid.
God, like a broken record. Shut up. Swear to God, it's like a broken record with this fool.
Jesse cheated on his wife with professional wrestling.
Oh my God, that's absurd.
That's how she feels. No,
that's
that's legitimately how she feels when me and Ty took that trip down to Florida for the Royal Rumble.
That one trip?
Yeah, and then looking at we're doing the trip here for the 13th anniversary of TSW, and she's like, "Man, you're leaving me for this again." Blah, blah, blah.
Thank God it wasn't like a week-long Chris Jericho cruise.
Well, that's what I was gonna say. She goes with my mom to Vegas for like a week around her birthday. She did it last year. She's doing it again this year. So I'm like, hey, I'm gone less time than you.
Oh my God, I feel for her. Could you imagine going hanging out with Jesse but in woman form?
Oh, me and my mom are nothing alike. That's why
she.
That's why she.
The same Bray Wyatt hat.
That's why my mom doesn't like me. She likes my wife a lot better than me.
Your mom probably wears the same Bray Wyatt hat as you. You probably ship it off to each other every week. Mom, send me the hat. I need it for a show.
All right.
Well, I hate to cut you off, Joey, but I've got a question.
For you, no matter, no problem.
We're happy for you to cut him off.
We've already confirmed that you're going to be defending the title against Fiji. Well, say that goes in your favor. Who's next?
The Rock.
Who's next?
The Rock.
Goldberg. That's who's next.
Oh my goodness. Woo. That would be awesome though. Let's see. I'm willing to take on any former heavyweight champion of TSW's past.
Ooh. Okay.
Like that.
There you go.
Dude, I'm not gonna lie. I about marked out for Eddie.
I was about to say, what about Eddie?
Oh no, I thought to mark out for Eddie because I thought Eddie. It sounded like Eddie was saying like,
Yeah,
"Hey,
he's
I
like,
know
pick
you're planning
me."
on facing Fiji, but how about next you face Eddie Wade?" Like I thought Eddie
Yeah.
Wade was about to like fucking promo himself there, about to mark out.
Eddie's
I
your
got
tribal
two people. I got two people in mind, and I would say either the winner of Austin Michaels versus Master Sergeant should get a chance to become a double champ, or I would say Black Star if he's in the picture. I think that story needs to come to a head.
Gotta handle business.
Either that or, as a respectful champion, and again, I was willing to face TSW's past champions. I would be willing to tank on Tank Evans. I would like to see myself and Colt Wilds go off one-on-one soon.
I was gonna say Colt.
I'd even tag up with Colt Wilds. I respect these guys.
That's Kevin Owens.
Now,
The Green
now
Machine.
I'd like to see you take on Frank the Tank.
Now, for like the Brotherhood and Eddie Wade and Austin Michaels and Master Sergeant.
Master does have that gold for gold.
Why you gotta remind me of that?
Hey man, I may be a believer. I may be a believer in Repik. Don't get me wrong, but I'm also a believer in Master Sergeant. I don't care if he's good guy, bad guy. I don't care if he's a fucking tweener. Okay, the man is good in the ring, and I want to see success for him, whether he's black or white.
I think he'd be better off without the Brotherhood, and same with Eddie Wade. If I'm honest,
I hope Jesse keeps saying that. Oh, I believe in Sergeant. I love the guy. And then when he comes down for the reunion show or the anniversary show, boom, he just slobber knockers you. Like, I would love to see that. Like, the guy you like so much just knocks you the F out Friday style. Like, I would love that.
Because, see, we got professional courtesy between us. Master and I have always been on good terms. Don't matter if he's good guy or bad guy.
Until he knocks you out. Then you're like, why? I liked you.
All right.
So, Repik, you mentioned this kind of a little bit before, but could you describe how your family, maybe coworkers, friends, kind of respond to not only you being a pro wrestler, but your accomplishment in pro wrestling? Because, it's like we're all fans, and sometimes we have people who have no idea what we're talking about when we're talking about it. Some try to get into it. Some do really know it. So how does the people around you really respond to you being a pro wrestler?
If you've seen me in person, you look at me, I'm just the average Joe, They just like, you're a wrestler. You're too tiny. You're too small. Well, there for a while, I kept it quiet at work, but after it got out in the open and a few people came out that at my job site, they came out and checked it out. And here lately, they've been calling me champ, asking me where the belt is.
Do you wear it to the job site?
Here it is, guys.
Please tell me you do.
I do not wear it to the job site.
Oh, come on. You got to pop the boys.
They did want to see it, so I didn't know. I will not lie to you.
He's maintaining
Champions
kayfabe.
don't lie.
They don't.
Lie to me, tell me you do. I gotta see it.
So, yeah, there was a few that wanted to see it, so I did take it in there and be like, "Hey, here it is, guys. I'm out. I'm out. See ya."
Took him in the back alley. You whipped it out, let him see it for a little bit.
Dude,
I've done the same thing with the tag title, so it's okay.
Dude, I can.
Joey's done similar things, and that's why he's not allowed around schools.
Shut up. But no, Repik.
Oh my goodness. In my defense, once they see the belt, and you let them hold it, and they feel the belt, it becomes a little bit more real to them.
Yeah.
Like, oh my God, this guy really is. a wrestler. He does do this, and for someone to show someone the main championship of that company, that says a lot about what the people behind the scenes and in the crowd says. You know, it just says a lot.
Hell yeah.
And not only for what them, but I just go out there and perform and do what I do. And like me or hate me, I'm here to wrestle, baby.
That's
When people at my work found out I was doing a wrestling podcast, and I can relate to your story there because everyone at my work thought that I was a wrestler because I had a belt and did some videos on Facebook.
Same.
I had to go and tell them like, no, I'm a wrestling manager. I am a manager of a wrestler. And when I took my title into work, everyone was like holding it and like, dude, this is real. Like, this is real shit. I'm like, yeah. And still to this day, there's this guy I work with named Landon, and today he came up to me. He's like, "Hey, you're RPD champ," and I'm like, "Dude, I'm not the champ no more. I lost that title like over a month ago." And he's like, "You're still champ to me, dude. Like, I don't care who holds that belt on your show. You're still the champ to me." I'm like, as flattering as that is, bro. Like, it's kind of like bad memories. Like, I lost the thing, but. No, it was kind of cool because like I took that belt to work and everyone just wanted to hold it and stuff. And there's one guy there. He's like, "You're not a wrestler." I asked everyone here and I looked up your shit. You're not a wrestler. I'm like, "Bro, I never claimed to be one." I was like, this just happened yesterday. I was like, "I never claimed to be one. I said I'm a manager." And he's like, "Well, where'd you get that title from?" I was like, "It's what we compete for on our podcast, but we've taken it to wrestling events." I was like, "My wrestler has held it. I take it there with our group." I was like, "But it is like a real wrestling title." And he just thought like straight up, like, "You are not a wrestler. I never claimed to be one.
Me and Jack
I'm a
here,
wrestling manager."
we're co-champs.
But these people who don't watch wrestling,
Wow.
they cannot wrap their mind around like wrestling manager and an actual wrestler. They can't find the difference, and it's fucking unbelievable.
Me, it's
I
always
will
a
tell
toss
this
up.
story too. The very first time I took my wife to a wrestling show that I was participating in, it was she had fun, she enjoyed it, but after I came out and it was finally my time to go into the Rumble, and I go in there and do my thing, and after I do my bit and they see the footage back, I'm asking her afterwards, "How was it?
Was she
Are you
scared for
okay?
you? Yeah.
Are you good?" She's like, "Who the hell was that?" She said, "You act like you're 85 years old at the house, but I don't know who the hell that was."
Like, oh my god, yeah, that's like people at my work. They were watching my Facebook Live video of me like telling kids that they'll never amount to nothing, telling old ladies that like they're like worthless, and they were like, "Dude, that's not like you at work. At work, you're goofy and fun going." They're like, "I don't know that guy in the video," and I was like, "Yeah," I was like, "I know." I was like, when I go to these events, I was like, I hate everybody who's not on my side. I was like, I literally have gotten in kids' faces and told them, "This is the closest, my title right here is as close as you're ever going to get to accomplishing anything." I've told old ladies, like, you know, go home and knit me a sweater. Like, I mean, I've told them, like, dude, like, when they saw them videos, they're like, "That is not the Joey that I know." I'm like, "And that's the Joey you don't want to know." I told him, I was like, "You come to one of these shows, I was like, you're going to get it too." I was like, "I'll come back to work the next day and be like, I was messing with you, right?" But I was like, "But you're going to leave that show like, ask that mother effer. Like, he told me like I was shit and blah, blah, blah." I was like, "You will leave that show thinking something different of me."
Joey, it's too bad that you said you're involved with someone right now because you could have been the old chick Thriller.
I mean,
that's my Vince Russo idea for you.
I could say something to that, but I'm not.
Well,
Because
Repik, I have one last question for you.
I might say it off camera.
And of course, I would say biggest match of anyone's career is when they're going for that top prize. obviously you've moved past that. You are now the top prize. You hold that prize. So now I want to ask you, what is your number one pre-match ritual when you are going in for a fight that you got to be on your game? It is the biggest fight of your career. What's that pre-match ritual look like for you?
Same as every match. I get ready, of course, before I go through the curtain, I'll get down on my knees. I'll whisper a little prayer for everyone, locker room or crowd, everyone involved, and go out and deliver.
All right.
I thought he was about to say I get on my hands and knees and pray that Eddie Wade has a good match.
Well, the reason
Only
I
you
asked
do
that is because we have TSW Love Hurts coming up this Saturday, of course, February 15th. And where is it, Eddie?
It is.
Oh, come on. I set you up. You were supposed to be on this.
That church.
It is at
Eddie
the
Wade with
Lincoln
the weather.
Baptist Church.
Lynn
I don't
Camp
live in the
Baptist
Corbin
Church.
area. I get a pass. I don't live in that area.
It's at Lynn Camp
Anyways.
Baptist
If you
Church.
want to shot at the PSW Rock and Roll Heavyweight Champion, you better remember where the venue is.
Right.
I'll get
Dude,
there.
I set you
I'm
up
not-
so perfectly for that.
You did.
failed.
I fumbled that one. I'll take my.
But you will
I'll take
see.
mine.
Jesse over here sound like a freaking newscaster. Like, let's take it to Eddie Wade with the weather.
Then
Well, he may have fumbled up the info, but you will see Eddie Wade in action. Of course, Repik will be defending that TSW Rock and Roll Championship against the Fiji Wild Man, the previous champion.
and Joey will take a bump.
Joey will get
We
his
discussed
chest
that.
chopped. He will get
Do me a
destroyed.
favor, Eddie Wade, and send a message to Austin Michaels. Stay away from mine and Fiji's match.
I'll think about it.
But in addition to that match
Don't
on the
think,
card,
just do.
we also have the Nordic Misfits have been announced for the card. We will see the Hero Express in action. We will have a championship match for the Sanctioned Brotherhood title with the Master Sergeant going as champion versus Austin Michaels. And we will also see the Southeastern Kentucky Bulldogs champion in action as well, Max Page. Again, that's Saturday, Lynn Camp Baptist Church, Saturday, February 15th.
And it's called Love Hurts, a
Yeah,
good
Love-
pay per view,
Love
a
Hurts.
good event name, and with some truth. Love does hurt sometimes.
As the architect of it, I will say that I'm a little privy to Heart Attack, which was last year's event. I take great pride in that name, but Love Hurts is nasty too.
Put a bullet in my brain, dude.
But
That's like, hey, I don't got an ego, but
I'm just
look
saying,
at me.
I'm not saying I'm better, because I'm not, but I mean,
you heard that? It's on tape.
I'm just saying, like, I'm pretty damn good at naming events here. But from myself, Jesse Henry,
my God.
the undisputed RPD world champion, Mr. Tyreek Ramsey, Mr. RPD himself, Joey Hudson Honorary Oos, Austin Cochran, the Dark Horse, Eddie Wade, the future champ, and our very special guest, Repik, the TSW Rock and Roll champion. Top guy energy through and through. Have a good night.